All right, what's up, guys? Today I want to make a little video on some of the knives that I'm deciding to get rid of. I have a decent collection and I am trying to downsize. I'm getting married in October. Trying to get a little bit of extra funds for that. And I just have a lot of cash tied up in knives. This right here is the 80-20.5 in D2. It's made in Taiwan. This is the first on the list. I think I'm just trying to condense my knives because I think that's going to be really refreshing. I think I have too many knives that serve the same purpose, too many knives that rarely get used, and a couple of knives that have never been used. And I'm trying to sell all those. I know that they're high quality, good, popular, really well made knives that function amazingly. And somebody else will, without a doubt, really get a lot of enjoyment out of them. I think it's just time to move them on. So this is the first one, 80-20.5. It's got the aftermarket OD green aluminum scales from RGT, I believe. And this is like an amazing knife. I mean, it's well known, so I gotta say too much about it. But the lock is super fun and fidgety, and really durable. Okay, next on the list is gonna be my ZT0044. This is a button lock flipper, S45VN. Titanium scales. These scales were modified in-house by USA Made Blade. I love this knife. It's green is my favorite color, so yeah, that's all I need to say. And it's got this brick kind of pattern on it that they anode on there, and kind of the green flats matches with the green button and the green backspacer, and it just makes for a beautiful knife. I have a Craig Brown FSDI that I got custom anodized green, and so it kind of serves the purpose of just kind of that green knife aesthetic that I love to carry sometimes. And it's about the same size as this, so I felt like I was deciding between the two. And if I'm going to decide between the Craig Brown FSDI and this ZT, I mean, this is a great knife. Great knife. One of the best button locks that I've ever handled. But for the purpose of downsizing my collection and choosing between those two, is no brainer. This thing has got to go. It's got to go. So that's the ZT0044. Next up is going to be another ZT. This is a Hinder design based off of Rick Hinder's popular Eclipse model. This is the ZT0393 with the dark working finish. And then I kind of modified what I could on this knife. I got Hinder's horse head clip, his pivot, his filler tab, and his little Phillips screws that he loves to put on his knives. And I think I decked it out pretty good. The handles are Blue Micarta scales by Sharp Dress Knives. It has a weird little hingy, like gate hingy noise to it. I really cannot understand it. I've taken it apart a couple of times, and it just, whatever I do, it doesn't seem to take care of that noise. I don't know if it just needs to break in a little bit more. I have not had this knife for too long. Um, but I love the harpoon blade shape, and it's so comfortable in the hand. I love Hinder's Eclipse models, and the most comfortable Hinders that I've all around favorite Hinders that I've experienced. Yeah, so this is the ZT0393. All right, up next is the Olamic Wayfarer 247. This one has the black dark matter carbon fiber, green hardware, has the titanium lock side that is rock sculpted with the matching rock pocket clip and backspacer. It has the acid wash blade with the Warncliffe blade shape. These thumb stud. It comes with the tool to adjust it, or switch the sides on it, or take them off in general, whatever you want to do. But I think this setup on it is really nice, and I just like this build a lot. This is a custom build by me from their website at the time, and I've used it and been really happy with it. It works really good. It's a perfect blade shape for utility stuff. Not the sliciest, but it's S90V, so the edge lasts forever. Sent it into him one time to re-anno the hardware and sharpen it for me, but that's all it's ever needed, and it's worked really well for me. The flipper tab is nice and snappy. It is really snappy. It's a good knife. Olamic Wayfarer 247. Next, we have the CKF Evo 4.0. This is one of the smaller versions of the Evo series, but that action, man, this is such a good knife. This is a hard one to get rid of, and I have carried it quite a bit. It's worked really well for me. I mean, the blade shape is so functional and just wicked looking. The all DLC just kind of gives it that murdered out, badass kind of aesthetic that I really like. Um, but I have decided to let it go. So these are hard to find. Somebody's probably going to be really happy and excited about this, and they should be. It's an amazing knife. I hope I don't regret this one. I mean, it's super comfortable in the hand, and it's ready to rock and roll for somebody. Next up, we got the Craig Brown Mini Cortex. This thing is, in my opinion, like the perfect small knife configuration. The way that Craig made this action on such a small, lightweight knife with a little blade, it's so impressive. Look at that. I don't know how he does. It's some type of wizardry, but man, it is so damn smooth. And the size of it is super easy and lightweight. And, just a blade shape like this is extremely functional. Reverse tantos are probably my favorite blade shapes in the industry. And it's got the middle finger flick. You can slow roll it. So the reason I'm selling this is, I think I mentioned earlier that I have a Craig Brown FSDI, and that is like my baby. I love carrying that. And this one, just for whatever reason, it doesn't have that feel good presence to me when I carry it. It's, I mean, I know I shouldn't feel like it should be cheaper, because the attention to detail and all the craftsmanship and um, quality is super apparent, just like it is in all of his other knives. But it does feel a little bit dainty to me, and um, for what it is and what it's trying to be, it's perfect. I think I've just realized that this little of a knife can't be that expensive to me. It, for me, it's not satisfying. So I know that's not fair to this knife, but that's how I feel about it. So it's on the chopping block, ready to go to a new home. That is the Craig Brown Mini Cortex. All right, now we're going complete opposite side of the spectrum as far as size. This is a big dog. This is the Medford Praetorian T. I believe the tie is with the thicker blade stock or with the thicker handle frames. This one has the super thick blade stock. I don't know, I could be getting that wrong, but this is not the biggest of the Praetorians, I'll just say that. Which is hard to imagine. It's a massive knife. But man, this thing, you want to go to war and have a reliable, basically fixed blade in a folder version. That's what this bad boy is. I mean, it's crazy how, I don't even know what to say about it, how extremely confident feeling it is in hand. I mean, this thing, the sound of it, the the girthiness of you can just tell this thing is made to beat things with and beat on. But it's just that's not the lifestyle I live. I don't just take my knives out to the woods and beat on them. I'm a California boy. I cut down boxes and cut threads off of my fiance's clothes and cut up food sometimes, and nothing too crazy or special. Um, I got this really for the appreciation of the brand and the craftsmanship, and uh, Greg makes some amazing knives, and this is one of his popular models, and so I got it as a collection piece, and I kind of intended to carry it when I was riding my motorcycle, but it is just too massive. It's not a comfortable carry by any means. But like, I mean, so much appreciation for the skill that goes into the House of Medford and what they put out. They're so creative with what they do and so talented with their anos and their all their different designs on the handles, and they make some beefy, chunky dudes. And this is a knife that somebody is gonna really love to have. It's just ready to go for me. This is the Praetorian T. I believe. Okay, and if you guys have stayed this long, I appreciate it. And this will be the last set right here. So this is probably going to be sold as a set. Because this is what has always been considered the Holy Trinity in the knife community. So we have the Strider S&G. This configuration has the, I don't know what Strider calls it, but it's like the skinny hollow version slicer on his S&G blade. And the I love the grind lines that he puts on there, just a lot like Craig Brown does. I just think that's absolutely beautiful. And he laid this edge back. I feel like it's like 16 degrees. I'm just guessing, but it is so slicey. And you can see how big that edge bevel is because he laid it back so much. And this is thin. So, I mean, for it to be a hollow grind and then also lay it back with that big wide bevel on it, you know this thing will slice. And then the stock is nice and chunky, so really good slicer, really durable. And this is in XHP steel, CTS XHP. It's got the Black G10 gunner grip on the show side, and it's got the Tiger Stripe titanium. I put this deep carry pocket clip on by MXG gear. This thing, I knew when I first started getting into collecting that this was gonna be in my possession at some point. Just the aesthetic of this thing just looks like it just looks like a badass, functional, kind of everyday, just no messing around aesthetic, and it just really appealed to me. And I like the front finger choil. You can really, I mean, this is really the way to hold it and cut with it, in my opinion. This is more of a self-defense kind of posture, you know. Have a little extra leverage and room to work if you're gonna be, I guess, stabbing or prying. There's been a lot of issues with the quality of a lot of different Striders that have came out. This, I am happy to say, is not one of those models with issues. This thing has never had lock stick. It is pretty damn dead nut center. There's no lock rock, not at all. Solid. And I mean, I've had no issues with it. This thing is absolutely rock solid. So I know other people have had problems, but this is a good one. Okay, next is gonna be the Hinder. This is the highly sought after non-flipper fullered version. This is the DLT exclusive in 20 CV. I put the Hinder flame clip on it. This is also very rare and hard to find. Lucky to snag that off his website a while back. And This is the best XM18 build, in my opinion. I have the working finish full hardware set. I was thinking about getting, I've been kind of holding out for a working finish horse head titanium scale, but I'm keeping my Eclipse, so this one is going. Great knife, great action. I mean, what else can you say about this that somebody else hasn't said? I mean, these three knives are legends in the industry. Next is the CRK Large Sabenza. This has got the amethyst rock, polished rock inlaid in there. You can actually see it popping through, a little purple glow through the bottom of the handle, which is really cool. And it's got like this mocha tie looking, it's a polished, they polished this handle for these special editions, so it's a fingerprint nightmare sometimes. But it's got like this mocha tie kind of really nice little gradient there, and they etch it in really nice. It looks really good. And this is one of those knives that strikes a perfect balance. Chris Reeve strikes a perfect balance of, you can take this knife anywhere and it will fit in. You can take this knife to church. You can take this knife, wear this to your wedding with your wedding attire and look formal. You can take this knife to the fair and cut caramel apples. You can take this knife to the construction site. And obviously, this variation is, nobody's gonna take this variation to a construction site, but I just mean the profile and the capabilities that this knife has. It's it's a pretty simple design, but it speaks to me. I feel like the blade shape, just the way it kind of cants up right here, I, I I just think that gives the blade shape a little bit of liveliness to it. It's not super boring. It's just pretty neutral. But the jimping is amazing. You know the you know, if you want to, you can really choke up and break down some cardboard. But this thing is just top notch, man. I put the Timascus clip on it from RGT, just to take it to the next level even more. But this thing is so elegant, so nice, so functional, so well made. The tolerances are so damn tight on this. Look at that. There's like no wiggle room in between. Um, Rock solid lockup. Inventor of the frame lock is Tim Reeves' dad, and Tim has taken this company, um, and ran with it, and he's doing a really good job still. These guys just put out amazing knives. Everyone is like exactly the same. There's no quality issues. They all just are so reliable, and you know that when you buy a Chris Reeve, you know what you're getting. You know the action is gonna be reliable. You know everything is gonna be dialed in, and um, yeah, I mean, you scuff it up like crazy. If you like that, that's great. It shows character, shows kind of battle scars on it. And if you want it refurbished, you send it into them and they'll do a spot treatment and they will get it right back to how it's supposed to be. And I mean, just an amazing company. So these three are probably going to be sold in a set. That's the last of it. Um, just to end this video, I love the knife world. I'll continue to carry a knife every day. Um, it's just after close to a decade of catching drops of highly sought after knives, like Craig Brown, Koenig, Holt, Oz Machine Co., Sharkniv Co., and Utzler, things like that. I realized my desires to hunt down hard to get knives isn't what it used to be. Having a smaller collection of knives that fits my lifestyle, I think will be much more satisfying for me. So we'll see how that goes. But these are on the chopping block, and um, let me know if you guys want me to post a video in the future of my revised downsize collection. I can definitely do that. I may end up doing that. Um, but until then, peace out, guys. Thanks.